Somebody thinks that you are the most attractive person that they have ever seen. And with this energy of you changed my whole direction, this is the kind of person that's like, I hate to watch you go, but I love to watch you leave. And they don't want you to walk out of their life. So it feels like this is somebody that is very motivated at this particular point in time to pick up the pace as far as making their intentions known to you in a very obvious way. They see you as a high value person. You don't mess around with your time and with your energy. You may be a very busy person. You're very hard to reach, very hard to get a hold of. You limit people or the general public's access to you. And so every time that this person like sees you or encounters you, it's like catching a glimpse of a celebrity. You are a star in their eyes. You shine really brightly. And this is somebody that definitely wants to make a move, make their intentions known. They want to approach you. If this is somebody that hasn't already done that, or if this could be like a friend, like a mutual crush, or somebody's got like secret admirer energy towards you. This is somebody that doesn't just want to keep silent about that. They don't want to like sit on the bench and risk that somebody else will take a more bold approach. If you're single at this point in time, they see that that's the perfect window of opportunity. The time is now. I don't care what people think anymore. So this person is willing to like do the most to get your attention. They don't care about like public displays of affection. This is somebody that will approach you out in public and approach you in front of other people. They are not concerned about like what's someone gonna think about this. Any differences between the two of you, they don't even see that as like a flaw or an obstacle. It's like, great, okay, more ways for the two of us to figure out a way to sort of make this work. If there's like an opposites attract kind of energy here, age difference, culture difference, anything like that, sort of like lifestyle, whatever you got going on in your reality, this is somebody that is very like attracted to that, kind of this exotic quality. And exotic doesn't necessarily have to refer to like physically exotic. It can just be something that is outside of the comfort zone of the types of people that they are used to dating or approaching romantically speaking. They are very turned on by anything about you that is out of their usual type and expectation. This is somebody that is basing this attraction to you on like pure raw animal magnetism, and they think that you look really good. So again, this is somebody that is not going to be like shy. They are not going to be aloof. This is not somebody, it feels like, that is going to express themselves in like a nonchalant kind of way, make you guess, or kind of breadcrumb you, make you chase after them. This is somebody that is bold, that is assertive, and if they are not usually bold and assertive, you are definitely motivation for them to kind of activate, strengthen, or develop that part of themselves in the interest of putting themselves out there and having a chance to get to know you, to date you, to romance you. We also have you give me so much to look forward to. Yeah, so this person is like really excited about the next time that they see you, because that is definitely when they will approach. This is somebody that is very excited about kind of like making a way forward, not waiting on divine timing. They don't even consider something like that. It's like you have caught their attention, you have captivated them, and so now they are preparing themselves actively in this moment, doing a little bit of research, kind of like pumping themselves up in some sort of way. That could be emotionally. This could be somebody, that's trying to like really quickly kind of like lose a couple pounds, get in shape, fix their appearance, kind of like clean up certain things in their life, so that if things go well between the two of you, that it's like this situation, this connection can develop very quickly. This is not the type of person that wants to take things in like a slow and steady pace. They want you to know for sure that they are actively interested in you, getting to know you. This is somebody that if they had other people that they were kind of like, well, they're cute or they're handsome, or, I'm like talking to somebody, or there's, kind of like this back and forth sort of energy. This is somebody who's like dropping all those situationships. This is somebody that is putting their full attention on whatever happens next between the two of you, because they see that you're the type of person you're probably not going to tolerate being an option in someone's life. Whatever kind of impression you have made upon them recently or overall, this is somebody that's like, yeah, you deserve exclusivity. They feel that the best chance for success in this situation is putting their full effort in impressing you, and also being very open and receptive to sort of like letting you set the tone and pace of this situation, as far as how receptive that you are to them. But at the same point in time, this is somebody that wants to show you like they are not someone that is expecting you to chase them. They want to take the lead. They want to be the one to, kind of speak on the obvious, the elephant in the room that might already exist between the two of you, of this like deep attraction that they have. They don't expect you to be the one to make that first move. This is somebody that is like, they have definitely become very alert, again, to this level of attraction to you. And so they are doing the most to try and like make that obvious, or preparing themselves to make that very obvious. We also have them trying to figure things out. Yeah, so it feels like this person's trying to whip up like a really quick strategy. They don't want to take time overthinking. This is somebody that they are very certain that they want to take a chance. If you reject them, this is somebody that may, kind of like come back around. If it's something where, they kind of surprise you with their level of enthusiasm, and your guard goes up, or, it's very unexpected. They're trying to like anticipate that as well. Sort of the direct approach, but then following that up with like steady consistency. They don't expect that somebody like you is going to be like easy to win over, easy to access. Something in the way that you present yourself speaks of exclusivity. You know your worth, you know your value. You're very selective, again, with where you give your time, energy, and attention. That's the word on the street about you. That's what they have come to understand about you. That's the vibe that you give off. And so this is somebody that feels like is planning sort of like a longer strategy, the first step towards you, but then like the next couple of steps, thinking of different sorts of possibilities, or gearing up for what may be, kind of like a gradual progression for you to warm up to them. Somebody that doesn't just want to kind of like run hot and cold with you, or expect you to kind of like welcome them into your reality with open arms. If they're, especially if this is like total secret admirer, somebody that you don't know, they're figuring that you're probably going to be a little bit, discerning. You're going to be a little bit aloof. They're going to have to put in some work to kind of prove themselves. If this is somebody that already in some way is in your life and like the peripheral of your reality, again, they feel like they need to prove themselves. They need to put in that work. They need to make that effort. But it feels like it's well worth it to them. We also have, I'm sorry I triggered you. So if this is somebody that is already kind of like in your life in some sort of way, you may be like picking up the vibe that they're checking you out, that they're watching you, that they're kind of like sending you those sort of like romantic vibrations, spicy thoughts, like deeply attracted to you. And you could be like picking up on that in some sort of way, especially if you're like energetically sensitive or very empathic. Something within that is kind of like, they don't mean to scare you. They don't mean to overwhelm you. They don't want to be this like looming presence that kind of makes you feel a bit standoffish, like, okay, what should I prepare myself for? So this is somebody that wants to take like a bold, direct approach, but also to be very prepared beyond that kind of like Ace of Swords moment, sort of breaking through the silence between the two of you, breaking through the ice that is followed up with some kind of like gentle aftercare, some kind of like, okay, there's another side to them, than just somebody who is like hyper assertive, somebody that is going to be very loud with their kind of like proclamations of love or their efforts towards you, this level of interest and kind of consistency. They don't know what your dating background is. They don't know what the, ups and downs that you've been through in love or life is. It feels like this is somebody that's trying not to like snoop too much into that. Anything that they might have like heard, they're sort of just taking that with a grain of salt. They'd rather hear the story from you if you would ever decide to like tell them about certain things. They're trying not to sort of like judge based on appearances or, assumptions, but this is somebody that is definitely like the way that you carry yourself. They understand that you are the type of person where, again, they're going to have to like put in some kind of work, put in some kind of effort. If this is something where they haven't already kind of, approached you in physical proximity, then they're almost anticipating that it might be very triggering for you, especially if it's like total secret admirer, nobody that you are familiar with. They're not even a familiar face in the crowd at this point. It's like, okay, how do I approach this person and not set off alarm bells as kind of just like some other creep that's, trying to like gain access, or, somebody that is kind of just like looking to come forth in the energy of conquest rather than has the potential to provide consistency, provide a good time, but also, to stick around for like a long time. This person sees that you are worth, the effort to kind of consider that possibility of like long-term connection if things turn into that being something that you both want. This is not just somebody that wants to come in for, a quick and easy experience. They're up for the challenge. They're hoping that, you make it kind of hard on them, that they have to put in that work. So anything that is kind of like triggered in terms of that discernment or, experiences you had in the past, or maybe you gave other people a lot of grace and you're like, nope, I don't do that anymore. You got to show up. I'm not going to chase. I'm cool on my own until somebody kind of, makes it known that I'm worth the effort. I'm worth the time. The kind of obstacle course that you put in place consciously or unconsciously, as far as letting new people into your life. Like, you're waiting for someone that has the stamina and the interest to kind of like move through that in some kind of way. This person is anticipating that will probably be the case. They will be met by something like that, even if you're warm and friendly at first. That at some point in time, it's like they're gonna have to do some heavy lifting in this situation. This is definitely somebody that has like good intentions. This is somebody that's not coming in to like waste your time, give you the runaround, but you have definitely like sparked a deep interest within them. They are very intentional about like, I want to get to know you, I want to approach you. I don't just want to like sit here and be a secret admirer. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.